Hi, we're going to get started today with a little cardio yoga. So today's moves will be a little bit more fluid and more repetitive, staying within one movement and then finding smaller movements to activate more muscles and to get the blood flowing. So let's go ahead and step onto our mats. Go ahead and come all the way down into a tabletop position, and from here, take the toes together, spread the knees out as wide as is comfortable, and sink the hips back as the forehead comes to the mat for our child's pose. Extend the hands out long. Maybe crawl the fingertips forward, feeling the shoulders and the arms start to stretch. Take a nice inhale here. Feel the breath travel all the way down the length of the spine, from the crown of the head going all the way to the very tip of the tailbone. Opening up throughout the back body, feeling the sides of the ribs open and expand. And on the exhale, release. Maybe feel the hips sinking back a little further. Opening into the front of the shoulders. On the next inhale, we'll come up. We'll leave the hands in their same position where they're at. And we'll just come into a tabletop position. And then exhale, push back into your child's pose. We'll do that a few more times. Bringing the hips forward, sinking them back. Move through this at your own pace. Maybe as you come up, rounding the upper back, pushing firmly into the mat. We'll go 5 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale, push back. Inhale up. Exhale, push back. Maybe you only come up to tabletop and let your hips stop there. That's fine. We're just warming up and waking up the body. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, push back in your child's pose. And on the inhale, walk your hands towards you to lift the torso upright. From here, we'll come into our Malasana, or our yogi squat. Tuck the toes and sit back on the heels. Maybe take the feet about hip width apart. If this is uncomfortable for you, and it can be for most people, you may want a block to sit on and give yourself a little more support so you don't feel like you're fighting against gravity here. And to start in your Malasana, let's just take a little movement. You can come up onto the toes. If you're new to this pose, your heels can be lifted if you're just getting started out. And maybe let's come to stillness, either sinking back onto the heels if you're able, keeping the knees spread out wide. If you're on your block, go ahead and rest on your block. Bring the elbows in between the knees. Hands come to prayer. Pausing here. Keeping the spine straight and long, the crown of the head reaching up to the ceiling, feeling tall in this low squat position. And we'll begin with some movement in our Malasana. Lower the hands to the mat. Push into the mat as you lift the hips up to the sky for a forward fold. Keep the knees deeply bent here. Allow the head to hang. Inhale. Exhale. Sink the hips back down to our Malasana. Hands can stay on the mat, and we'll cycle through that a few more times. Inhale up into your forward fold. Exhale, release into your Malasana. Continue at your own pace. We'll do this 8 more times. Really starting to feel the blood flow into the hip joint. And last one, lowering down, pausing in our Malasana. From here, we're going to take a full Malasana to mountain pose standing position. So press firmly into the feet as you come up to rise. Inhale the hands up to mountain. Exhale, draw the hands down through prayer center, lowering all the way down into your Malasana or as deeply as you can go. 8 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up, standing tall. Exhale, sinking down into the hips. Inhale, reaching up, pushing into the feet, lowering down. At your own pace, follow your breath. Three more. Inhale up, finally lowering back into our Malasana. Again, for a little hold here in our Malasana, come to stillness, hands at prayer. Pushing the knees outward so that they don't collapse inward on you, opening up the hip joints. One more deep inhale here. On the exhale, again, pushing through the feet, coming up to mountain. Hands back to prayer center. And we'll step all the way up to the front of our mat, starting with the sun salutation. Again, inhale the hands up. Exhale, bending forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat. Step or jump your way back into plank, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to your downward dog. From downward dog, inhale the right foot up into the sky. And we're going to do some knee tucks here. Bend that right knee. Shift forward onto your hands, rolling onto the left toes. Draw the right knee towards the nose. Inhale it up. 8 more times. Drawing it in. Inhale up. Pulling it forward, rounding the back. Inhale up. Drawing in with that navel, keeping everything tight. I think we have 2 more. And the legs comes up to the sky. Once more, this time drawing the knee in as we bring it all the way up and in between the hands. You're in your runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, inhale, lift the torso, rise up into your high lunge. The back heel is lifted and off the ground. Sinking back into that left leg, but keeping it active and engaged. Tailbone is slightly tucked and the hands are alongside the ears. From our high lunge, we're going to take a twist. On the inhale, open, turn and open towards your right. Right hand goes back behind you. On the exhale, leave the left hand where it is. Draw the right hand to meet it at the front, and we'll do a few more twists in that direction. For 1, keeping your balance, slowly keeping your focus. 2, staying low in that right front leg. It's bent and at a 90-degree angle. That's 3. We'll do 5 more. Feeling the opening in the chest. As you widen, exhale, bring it forward. That's 5. 6. Inhaling open. Exhale, closed for 7. Last one. Legs are getting tired. And bring it up to the front. Inhale the arms alongside the ears for your back to your high lunge. And from here, we'll turn those left toes down. Draw the right toes, towards the left side of the mat. And now both the toes are turned out at about a 45-degree angle. Sink down into our goddess pose. Hands can come to heart center. Just feeling it out here. Again, you can have some movement. Just take some time to see how it feels. Sinking low with the hips. The knees are pushing outward, staying strong in the thighs, not allowing ourselves to collapse inward with the legs. Torso is upright. From here, we're going to take some side body leans with our goddess. So inhale the arms up into a star pose. You may want to widen the legs just slightly to make some more room for your leans. Sweep the arms back as you lean over towards the right. Chest comes toward the right knee. Inhale up to your star pose. Exhale, sweep the arms and lean to the left. Strong in the torso, keeping the abdomen and the navel pulling in. Inhale up and exhale to the right. And we'll make this a little bit quicker. Inhaling up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Flow through at your own pace. Building up heat in the lower body. Using your breath as you flow from side to side. We'll do 3 more rounds here. That's 1. Over to the left, that's 2. And 3. Come back up to your star, turn the feet out, and sink back down into our goddess pose. Now, holding again here in our goddess, look down at your foundation. Make sure that your feet are turned out, that you're not feeling any sharpness in the knees. If it's uncomfortable, just come up a little bit higher. From here, take the hands, interlace the fingers behind the head, and we'll take some side body crunches in the goddess pose. Drawing the right elbow down. Inhale up. Left elbow down. Inhale up. We'll do that 8 more times. Back to center. Legs are starting to get really tired. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Ooh, I'm feeling it in the thighs. 8. Back to center. Go ahead and inhale the arms up. Straighten out those legs. Draw the hands back through heart center in prayer. We're staying in the goddess pose. This time we'll just take side body leans only and go from right to left. So again, check the stance of your feet. If you feel like you need to make some more room and widen the legs, take that at this time. Inhale, exhale, leaning over to the right. Coming through center, staying low, and we'll come over to the left. Right. Inhale, exhale, center. If you want to make it more challenging, take the hands out long in front of you. Taking those levers out long, Makes us have to balance more weight between the front and the back side of the body, causing you to dig down deeper with the feet, drawing in a little bit tighter with the abdomen and the core so that we don't topple over. We'll go ahead and take that 4 more times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back to center. Stay low in our goddess, hands to heart center. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin yourself over towards the top side of the mat. Come into our runner's lunge and hold here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Prepare to set the left hand, the palm firmly on the mat. Take the right foot and step it just behind the right hand. From here, we're going to spin our torso and come onto the left side, rolling onto the outer knife edge of the right and the left foot into a revolved skandasana. So sinking onto that left hip, feeling a really very strong, intense stretch along the left side of the body. On the inhale, lift the hips up to the sky, bring the arm overhead. Exhale into your revolved skandasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down and lower. Inhale, up and lower. From here, we'll lift up, come back through a plank pose, roll over onto our From here, we'll lift the left side slightly as we lift the right foot up and stack the legs for our side plank on the left side. Feeling the lower ribs, the left side of the ribs lift up. Right arm is straight and stacked above the left. Inhale slowly, rolling over with control into our plank pose. Rolling through the plank as we come onto the right hand, extend the left foot out long and underneath us for our fallen triangle. The left arm is now up to the sky. Right shoulder should be stacked over the wrist. Pressing into the outside of that right foot and lifting the hips far up to the sky. One more inhale here. On the exhale, draw that left arm back to the mat, lifting the right foot, coming back through plank, back into our side plank, Vashisthasana on the left side. Again, that right arm is up to the sky. We'll take a little flow here. Draw the right arm alongside the side of the face, lifting it up, lowering the hips down for 1, lifting the arm up, drawing it out above you, back up, lowering the hips down for 2. One more time, lifting the hips, right arm alongside the face, back up, lower it on down, then come back up into our side plank and slowly roll into our plank pose. From plank, push back into our downward facing dog. Inhale it out here. This is our resting pose. Before we do that, all on the opposite side. Are we ready for it? I'm already having a little bit of a sweat going on. Push firmly into the hands. Inhale the left foot up into the sky for those knee tucks. Bending the left knee, drawing it forward, trying to touch the nose here in your plank position. Inhale it back up into the sky. Exhale, tuck for 2. Inhale it back up. Exhale, tuck. Inhale back up to the sky. We'll do 5 more. And that's 2. 3, lifting, and then 4, pull it in as tightly as you can. Last one. Inhale, pulling the knee in. And then exhale, extend it long. This time we'll bend the knee and round the upper back as we draw it in between the left and the right hands. Pausing in our runner's lunge. On the next inhale, lift the torso upright. The back heel stays lifted. You're now in your high lunge on the left side. We'll start to twist it out again on the left side. So from here, inhale, open. The left arm opens up, reaches back. Exhale. Draw it to meet the right hand at the front. We'll go ahead and do that 8 more times. Inhale it open. Exhale forward. Watch that back leg so it stays strong. Push yourself firmly into that mat. Grounding into that front foot to provide yourself with balance. All right, 3 more. Whoop. It's hard to stay balanced in motion. Very good. Inhale the arms up to the sky. And from here, we'll turn that right foot out. From here, we'll turn that right foot out and take both of the feet to at about a 45-degree angle and lower down into our goddess pose. So from here, I'm going to flip myself around so that I can face the camera and you can see more what I'm doing again. So you're holding your goddess pose. From here, inhale. Stretch out the legs, lift the arms up to the sky, and we'll take those side body leans with the arm sweep again. Inhale to the right, extend the arms out long, lean the chest over the right leg. Inhale up, exhale to the left, inhale backwards to the top, and leaning over to the right. We'll float through that about 8 to 10 more times. Turn the feet out slightly as you make the lean over to the right or the left. That way you're not feeling any torque on the knee. So there is some movement in the lower body as we do this, as we transition from left to right. Sometimes between those static holds, this movement can feel like a nice break. Last one on the left. Inhale up. Exhale. Find your foundation as we sink into our goddess squat. Hands at prayer center. Taking a nice inhale in. Exhale, let it out. Maybe release it all from the mouth this time. Inhale, draw the hands back behind the head and interlace the fingers, and we'll do those oblique crunches once more. To the right, center, left, center. 8 of those. That's 3. The legs are going to feel like jelly. I think that's 6. 7. 8. Come to center, hands in prayer. Extend those legs long. Maybe give the hips a little wiggle. Allow the legs to loosen up. From here, we'll take those side body leans. This time, just going from right to left. You can keep your hands at heart center, or if you want to make it more challenging, again, you can keep the hands out long in front of you. So inhale, starting with the right side. Transition, keeping it low and coming over to the left. Let's do that 8 more times. Very good. Back through Goddess, hands at prayer. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift up slightly. Come over towards the top of the mat. I'm going to reverse my position so that I'm on the correct leg. So now you're in a runner's lunge on the left side. Pausing here, taking a deep breath in, feeling long from the heel all the way to the crown of the head, pushing into the heel and allowing the hips to sink towards the mat. Allow the right palm to rest all the way on the mat and walk the left foot just a little bit behind the left hand, maybe about 6 inches or so. So we have room to revolve our Skandasana. Lower the right hip to the ground and come to the outside knife edge of the left and the right foot. And the left arm extends out in front of you for your Skandasana. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Make sure the right shoulder is directly above the wrist. If it doesn't feel like it is, you may need to walk it out a little bit. That way our shoulder is fully supported. Do 4 more times. Very good. On the last one, stay up. Lift that left foot. Maybe come into your side plank on the right side. I need to adjust my feet. There we go. That's better. Straight line from the head to the toes, lifting the hips up, engaging the lower body, the lower part that is towards the mat so that it's not sinking down. From here, lower the left hand to the mat as you slowly with control come through plank pose. From our plank pose, we'll keep the right foot planted and the left foot comes out long. Lift the hips up high for our fallen triangle on the left side. Press into the feet to assist yourself in giving the hips some height. From here, we'll slowly draw that left foot underneath us, come back through our plank as we roll into our right side plank, lifting the hand up to the sky. Very nice. We'll do some of those hip dips on the right side. If you're getting tired, you can always take the left foot out above you or support yourself with the right foot underneath you. And that's probably the easiest on your shoulder. I think that's the option I'm going to take today. I'm having some issues with the right shoulder, so I'm going to give it a little break. So take whatever version of side plank you would like. Inhale, the left arm alongside the left cheek, and exhale, lower, dropping the hips, coming down. Inhale up. On the exhale, come through side plank, lowering the hips down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. We'll do 2 more. You can do it. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, just come up to your side plank. From here, with control, come into your plank pose. From plank, let's chaturanga, bend the elbows, come slightly forward with the chest, lowering down. Inhale up to your upward facing dog. Exhale to your down dog. Take an inhale here, exhale, release. Start to walk the feet up. And here we'll just go ahead and lower ourselves down onto the mat and take a seat. Come into the center of your mat, just so you have some room. And we'll do a quick ab series, doing some lower boat positions and also higher boat with some options if you need to take them. Go ahead and roll your back all the way down. Maybe take a hold of the backs of the thighs and release the head down to the mat. From here, we'll lift both of the legs up, just like you're doing legs at the wall. And we're going to do some twists in our low boat pose. So if you would like, you can keep the head on the ground and the shoulders if you're more comfortable here, and just lower the legs one at a time. Just doing some leg drops. If you feel your back start to peel off the mat and it's not supported, please start to take your shins to tabletop and maybe just do some knee marches and start there. If you feel like you want to go for it today, though, you can take your feet and point them all the way up to the ceiling. Peel the head, neck, and the shoulders off the mat. The hands are alongside you. And from here, take both of the hands to the left as the right leg lowers. And then switch. Use your breath to guide you. And we'll do these 10 times. Maybe inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Feel the lower back and the belly draw in. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Go ahead and allow the knees to bend. The head, neck, and shoulders can come to the mat. Take a little rest here. You can rock side to side. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we'll start to roll ourselves up. Rock yourself to come to a seat on your sit bones. Shins can come to tabletop. If you feel like you would like to take the full boat pose and extend the legs long out in front of you, go right ahead. We're going to take some high to low boat positions here. And go ahead and inhale on the lower. Slowly come down. The head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted. The feet are off the mat. You're in your low boat. Exhale, rise it up. Doing 10 more of those. Exhale, use the force of your breath to draw everything in. Slow and controlled. That's 3. 4. 5. We're halfway there. 6. You can bend your legs at any time. 7. 8. 9. And one more. 10. Holding in your boat, your high boat. Exhale, lower down all the way to the mat. Ooh, it got hard to talk. Go ahead and draw the soles of the feet to the mat. Maybe allow the knees to drop from side to side, whatever feels good to wring out the core. You can draw the knees back into the chest. Once more, coming to stillness. Soles of the feet are on the mat. This time we leave the feet where they're at and peel the head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. And we'll do some knee stretches here as we pull the right knee in. Take the top of the right knee with the left hand, and your right hand is on the outside of the left shin as you pull it in for a squeeze. Inhale, exhale, pull the left leg in. Left hand is on the left shin, right hand is on the top of the knee. And we'll switch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and relax it all down. Should we do one more set of those? Let's go ahead and give that a try. We'll do 10 more. Inhale, the head, neck, and shoulders up. Draw the right knee in. And go ahead for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the last one, draw the knees in. Give them a squeeze. Allow the head, neck, and shoulders to fall to the mat. Relax it down. Take the hands behind the thighs. Roll yourself up just to a seated position. Soles of the feet are on the mat. Take the hands and place them just behind the hips. From here, we'll lift up into a reverse tabletop, lifting the hips, planting the feet. Gaze can come forward, maybe just slightly above you, but the neck still supported. If you feel comfortable dropping back and opening up the throat and holding like this, feel free to do so. I think most feel like they want to protect the neck, and so gazing forward in front of you is perfectly fine. Inhale here, pushing into the mat with your feet. Also with your hands, feeling the front side of the shoulders stretch open. On the next exhale, we'll lower down, but we're going to allow the hips to come towards the heels. So now we're in kind of a squished up reverse table. But you can feel the stretch on the front side of your shoulders much more deeply in this pose. If you would like, you can come even more into the pose and bend the elbows. As you bend the elbows, you'll feel that stretch increase. Never to a point of pain, stopping or backing off if it just does not feel good. One more steady breath here. On the next inhale, we'll lift the hips back up and come into our reverse tabletop, drawing the ribs in. The neck feels relaxed as the chin is slightly tucked. Now you can either stay in your reverse tabletop, or if you're feeling extra strong today, go ahead and extend the legs out long in front of you for your upward plank pose. Pressing the feet into the mat, feeling the backside of the body just completely light up. On the next inhale, if you're in your upward plank, we're going to draw the right knee in and then extend it long. And then draw the left knee in, extend it long. If you're in your reverse tabletop, let's go ahead and just bring the knee up so it's at a 90-degree angle. And you can do some marches like this and continue. We'll do 8 of those on each side. Let's do one more. Keeping those hips as high as you can. If you're in your upward plank, go ahead and bring it back into your reverse tabletop. Now we're still in our reverse tabletop, staying strong. The shoulders and arms are probably getting pretty tired. From here, we're going to rock back onto our heels. Allow the hips to come in between the hands, staying lifted. Inhale, come back up to a reverse tabletop. We'll do that 8 times. That's 2. Inhale up. 3. Rise. 4. Lifting up. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Oh, look at that. I was going for 10. Well, let's just make it 10. And 10. Back to your reverse tabletop. Again, shifting the hips forward and towards the heels. We'll do one more shoulder stretch. And bending the elbows as deeply as you want. From here, you can straighten out your elbows, push yourself back, extend the legs out long in front of you, and we'll start to cool down. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold from the hips. You can stay right here. I want you to keep the back nice and long. That way we're sending the stretch to the back of the legs and we're not just rounding through the lower back. Feet are flexed. Feel the connection with the back of the legs against the mat. Our Paschimottanasana is a very active stretch and can be quite challenging. A blanket or a block, maybe a strap to hold on to so that you can pull yourself closer to your feet can help. We just don't want to force anything. We want to ease into every pose. The main goal, the name of the game, is ease within each posture, which is very challenging. Inhale up. Take a moment in our staff pose. Allow the shoulders to slide away from the ears. We'll feel the scapula slide down the back. The front side of the chest softens. Inhale, draw the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Bring the hands up to the sky, and on the exhale, we'll fold forward once more. Again, keeping the back of the leg fully connected, and also keeping the spine straight. So you do not need to come down very far. This could be as far as you go. Keeping the ribs knitted in here, you almost want to aim for the lower ribs to reach for the top of the thigh. We did a lot of work in through the legs today. They're probably a little tired. Definitely nice and warm. So maybe you can go a little bit deeper than normal. Inhale, press your hands into the mat. Extend that right foot out long, and then draw the left foot in. The sole of the left foot meets the inside of the right thigh. Inhale the arms up, reaching forward, extending long. Reach, 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 stopping wherever you feel this stretch takes you. And breathing into our head to knee pose on the right side. Maybe on the next inhale, you lift up slightly, create some space. Exhale, lower down just a little more. Inhale, start to walk the hands back. Push yourself upright. Extend the left foot out long, returning to our staff pose. Next, we'll take a little twist here in our staff pose, and we'll extend the right hand out and behind you. So it's basically in line with the right hip. The left hand will go out at a 90-degree angle, also in line with the right hip. And from here, we'll turn and rotate the upper torso, the thoracic portion of our body, as we bend the elbows and try to reach the earth with our upper torso. It can feel impossible, and you do not need to come down very low. This greet the earth pose is a little challenging. Inhale, come up. Exhale, we'll do that on the left side. Bring the left hand out and behind the left hip. The right hand goes at about a 90-degree angle, so it's also in line with the left hip. Palms reach the earth, bend the elbows, and lower your torso down. Try to keep the right hip from turning and spilling over the left. If you can, keep it rooted to the mat. Push yourself up. We'll do that one more time on each side. Right arm goes back, left hand out and beside you. Spin the torso over towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale, turning to the left, planting the hands. Feeling the opening along the side of the body. And pushing yourself back up to our staff pose. From staff, let's go ahead and bring the feet in. Take the hands to the back side of the legs, and we'll lower on down. Stretch out the legs long. And this is it. This is our resting pose for today. Coming into corpse pose. Hands open up, and the feet just fall out to the sides. Taking a couple of minutes here just to absorb our work that we did today. A very active and challenging. Taking a moment here just to absorb our work today. A very active and challenging sequence. As we progressed today, we worked through the core, through the legs. As we were in our side planks, we were heavily into our arms and upper body. It's a full body workout. Just take a moment and allow your body to release any tension. Starting at the crown of the head. Start to feel the forehead soften. Move to the space in between the brow bones. That very soft space. Feel the skin soften and spread down your face, across your cheeks, and along the jaw. The muscles in the front of the neck relax. The top of the chest melts down. Feel the top side of the shoulders sinking back into the mat. The forearms grow heavy. The fingers are allowed to gently curl. Take your attention to your navel and your midsection. Feel any difference you may notice here or in the hips, the inner and the outer thigh, spreading out. The side of the legs kissing the mat. Feeling fully supported all the way from our heels through the crown of the head. Feel free to continue here if you find this peaceful. Maybe your body needs a few extra moments with some rest before you get started or continue on your day. If you would like, go ahead and open the eyes as you start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretch the arms out above you, stretching the legs out long. You can either roll onto your side or draw the knees in. Rolling up to a seat. And there we have it for today. Your yoga with a little bit of cardio implanted throughout the sequence today. So I hope you had fun and I hope you found this challenging. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I'd love to see your comments. Have a great day. Bye.